Teacher.
Mana nak beli ya?
Shopee.
Shopee kan lambat. Okay, never mind lah. Okay, start from page 2 1.1 Organization of Plant Tissues. Yang ni macam kita dah discuss je ke belum lagi? Belum lah sebab buku ni belum dapat kan hari tu. Okay, korang dah ready dah dengan buku korang? Yes. Okay, page 2, part of plant tissues and their main function. So there are two types of plant tissues. A is apa korang? M. Korang dapat tak ni?
Meristematic.
Yes, meristematic tissues. So that tissues which are actively dividing by
Meiosis.
mitosis. Okay, korang ingat meiosis is for untuk apa korang? Reproduction sahaja. Okay, lepas tu exist in the form of apical meristem, maksudnya dia dekat hujung-hujung, either at the shoot tips or root tips, di hujung akar atau di hujung pucuk. And L. What is L? Lateral meristem along the stem based on its position in a plant. So lateral ni adalah secara melintang lah. Kalau meristematic tissues, dia dividing by mitosis, dia elongate dekat hujung, pucuk dan akar dia memanjang. While lateral meristem along the stem, sepanjang batang tu dia akan pukul lilik dia grow. Okay, that is meristematic tissues. Okay, B is permanent tissue, P-E-R, bukan P-A-R. Permanent tissues, okay. Matured tissues which have experience or are experiencing differentiation. Dia mengalami pembezaan. Untuk permanent tissue, dia adalah tisu matang yang telah atau sedang mengalami pembezaan. Pembezaan maksudnya dia dah nak berkhusus nak jadi apa. Okay, mind test 1. Identify the main tissue of this plant, either meristem tissue or permanent tissue. So for permanent tissue, dia ada 3. We have epidermal tissue, vascular tissue and ground tissue. So vascular tissue, kita ada apa korang vascular? Ada 2. Phloem and
Xylem.
Okay, epidermal tissue, ground tissue, yang parenchyma tu lah. Okay, kita tengok gambar. Dia suruh lengkapkan the diagram. So yang atas tu apa korang? M. Atas ada pucuk tu, that is the meristematic tissue. Meristematic tissue sama dengan at the root tips pun meristematic tissue. Macam mana je meristematic ni? M-E-R-I-S-T-E-M-A-T-I-C. Okay, so both at the shoot and the root tips are meristematic tissue. Sekarang V yang atas tu yang macam butterfly tu. Apa tu? V.
Vascular.
Yes, vascular tissue. E. Epidermal tissue. Yang ni dia tak tanya spesifik lagi lah. So V vascular. G, G is ground tissue. So korang completekanlah G ground, V vascular, E epidermal, M meristematic. Have you finished? Dah siap dah?
Dah, teacher.
Okay, now look at my test 2. Why are root, stem and leaf categorized as organs in cell organization? Kenapa akar, batang, daun ni kita panggil dia organ dalam organisasi sel? Kenapa kita panggil organ? Okay, because they have all permanent and meristematic tissue. Okay, we know that the meristematic tissue is the tissue that is keep on dividing, actively dividing. Tapi permanent tissue is the tissue that is has undergo the differentiation ataupun sedang mengalami pembezaan. Maksudnya dia dah okey, contoh mula-mula dia first dia akan bagi sel, banyak-banyakkan sel. So bila dia jadi permanent tissue, that is the one that is tengah melalui pembezaan, dia dah specialize dia nak jadi apa. Contoh yang ni dia nak jadi akar. So lepas dia divide actively tadi, dia akan mengkhusus untuk menjadi akar. So what is the characteristic of akar? So maksudnya sekarang dia jadi organ lah. Organ akar untuk serap bla 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 bla. Boleh faham tak ni korang? Boleh? Okay, now sambung on page 3. Okay, 2A. Structures and function of three permanent tissue. The lining of the structure epidermal tissue epidermis. Okay, it is lining. Dia adalah lapisan of the outer layer. Lapisan paling luar of either stem, leaves or roots of young plants. Okay, pada pokok muda dia adalah lapisan yang paling luar. Okay, epidermal cell walls which are exposed to the air have a waxy and waterproof layer that we call it, panggil apa? A layer that is
Cuticle.
waxy and waterproof, yes, that is cuticle. So number 3, the epidermal cells are modified, okay, based on their function. For instance, lower epidermal cells of leaves are modified to gut cell and root epidermal cells are modified to form root cell. So epidermal ni nanti dia akan mengalami pembezaan ataupun kita berubah based on the function. Dia sebenarnya sama, dua-dua adalah epidermal cells, tapi kalau dekat daun dia diubah or modify. Dia ubahlah untuk jadi gut cell, tapi kalau dia duduk dekat akar dia akan jadi root hair cells. Okay, function cuticle reduce the loss of water through evaporation during transpiration, okay, semasa proses transpirasi, that protects the leaf from mechanical injury and pathogenic infection. PATHOGENIC. Pathogenic infection maksudnya jangkitan bakteria ke, kuman ke, apa lagi, virus ke. Gut cells control the opening of
Stoma.
yes, stoma. Number 3, root hair cells to increase the total surface area for the roots to absorb water and mineral salt. Water. Okay, vascular tissue pula. Okay, that is epidermal tissue. So vascular tissue ada dua, xylem and phloem. Okay, for xylem, structure dia made up of
dead cells.
Yeah, dead cells without cytoplasm. The cell wall contains, cell wall dia di-strengthen by lignin. Lignin, Lignin. Okay, consists of xylem vessels that are elongated. Okay, xylem selalu, xylem ni yang panjang, hollow, kosong and connected to each other from its roots to the leaf. So dia adalah vessel, saluran yang memanjang ke atas. Okay, panjang ke atas. Okay, so dia bersambung daripada akar ke daun. Okay, the function enable the xylem vessel to transport water.
Water.
Yeah. And mineral salts from the roots to all parts of plants. Okay, while phloem tissue made up of companion cell and sieve tubes.
Sieve.
Tube
SIEV.
Yes, sieve tube. Tube tapis nama dia. And made up of, kalau xylem dead cell, this one is
Living cells.
cell, yes. Living cells, which is the sieve tubes with the presence of cytoplasm. The sieve tubes do not have organelles such as nucleus and ribosome as they decompose at maturity stage. So tube tapis ni dia tak ada organelle macam nucleus or ribosome sebab dia akan decompose ni apa, dia akan macam terurai lah bila dia mencapai tahap matang. So the sieve tubes are arranged from end to end to form an elongated and continuous tube. So sama juga macam xylem, dia pun elongated dan continuous tube. Function to transport
Sugars.
yes, sugars produced from the photosynthesis. Okay, next page. Okay, we have ground tissue. So ground tissues are divided into three. Kita ada parenchyma, collenchyma, and sclerenchyma tissue. Parenchyma tissue, page 4. Okay, parenchyma tissue. Structure simplest L.
Living.
Cells which do not undergo differentiation. They have thin cell wall. Cell wall yang nipis. Okay. Parenchyma living. Kita ingat function provide support and maintains the shape of herbaceous plants because parenchyma cells are always in a turgid state. Involves in P.
Photosynthesis.
Yes, photosynthesis and helps to store the starch and sugar. Parenchyma tissues also involves in gaseous exchange, involves in the repair and regeneration of plant tissues as well as in the vascular system. Okay, that is parenchyma. Now we look at the collenchyma made of living juga. Living cells which mature into cells that are flexible. Their cell walls are made of pectin, PECTIN, and hemicellulose. The cell walls are thicker. Dia lebih tebal daripada cell wall of parenchyma. So function provide mechanical support and elasticity. Elasticity to plants. It is not found in monocot plants and root of dicotyledon. Eudicot ni dicotyledon So the simplest one is a parenchyma tissue Okay, now sclerenchyma tissue consists of dead cells when they are matured. So their cell walls are the thickest. Okay, ingat yang paling nipis adalah parenchyma, then collenchyma is thicker. The thickest one is the sclerenchyma. And sclerenchyma adalah sel mati bila dia matang. Okay, found in both monocots and eudicot. Kalau soalan tanya, which tissue are found in monocotyledon or eudicot? Kau nak jawab yang mana? Collenchyma ke sclerenchyma? Sclerenchyma.
Scleren.
Yes, scleren. Korang kena ingat sclerenchyma, it is found in both monocots and eudicots, while collenchyma ni dia dekat mana? Hanya ada pada eudicot, tapi tak ada dekat dia punya akar eudicot. Korang tengok number 2 function dia, it is not found in monocotyledonous plants and roots of eudicot. Dekat akar eudicot tak ada, dan juga akar dekat tumbuhan monocot pun tak ada. While parenchyma dia hanya ada pada herbaceous plant. Okay, dia hanya ada pada herbaceous plant. Bukan, sorry. Dia provide support pada pokok yang lembut ni. Okay. Function dia, number 1, provide mechanical support. Dia memberi sokongan mechanical dan juga kekuatan, mengkuatkan bahagian matang pada sebuah pokok. Maksudnya satu pokok tu, bahagian yang matang dia dikuatkan oleh this sclerenchyma tissue. Number 2, helps in transport of water and nutrients. Nutrients in a plant. Okay, minus 3. The following diagram shows a part of cross-section of a stem and 3 types of ground tissue. Identify each of the ground tissue based on their position on the cross-section of the stem. So P. Apa tu korang? Korang kena ingat that one is just apa dia korang? Kalau kita tengok P tu dia simple sahaja. Betul tak? So korang rasa P ni apa?
Parenchyma.
Yes, dia hanya one cell thick. That is parenchyma. Kalau kita tengok P tu dia ada nucleus, dia ada cytoplasm kat dalam dan dia very simple lah. Dia ada bulat. While kita tengok R. Okay, Q dulu, Q. Kalau kita tengok cell wall, kita compare dengan parenchyma. Dia thicker ke the thickest the cell wall?
Dia thicker than P, ya, sir?
Yes, thicker than P. So kalau thicker than
collenchyma.
P, that is collenchyma. R, okay, that is the thickest among the other two. So it is sclerenchyma. Kenapa batuk pula ni? Orang dah breakfast dah?
Tengah makan, teacher.
Belum teacher.
Apa ni lain macam, teacher, lepas ni?
Baru bangun terus kelas lah. Tadi offline Tadi kelas
Tadi
apa?
offline, teacher. Physics.
Tadi kelas apa tadi?
Tadi kelas physics, teacher.
Fizik.
Chemistry lah.
Chemistry,
Chemistry
okay.
dah weh.
Chemistry, okay.
Kalai kenapa?
Baru bangun.
Ayo Galai.
Ingat Selasa tu hari ni.
Chemistry dah habis semua chapter dah habis kan korang?
Dah.
Korang buat revision lah.
Revision. Teacher
Okay,
was-
minus 4. Okay, complete the following table to differentiate between sclerenchyma and collenchyma. Sclerenchyma ni yang thicker than parent collenchyma the thickest one. Okay. The cell walls are collenchyma L. Living. Dia adalah sel hidup, while scleren mati kan, that cell. The cell walls are living, thick and thickened by pectin and hemicellulose. The cell walls, while sclerenchyma, the cell walls are thick and thickened by, kat dalam ni tak ada. Apa benda dia cakap ni? The cell walls are living thick. Sorry, less thick. Kurang tebal dan dia ditebalkan oleh pectin and hemicellulose. Less thick korang, less thick. The cell walls are thick and thickened by lignin. Okay, that is the first differentiation. So, sclerenchyma is thickened by lignin, while collenchyma is thickened by pectin and hemicellulose. Okay, the cells are oval, round, or polygonal. Okay, dia sama ada bentuk bujur, bentuk bulat atau poligonal. Poligonal ni dia banyak segi-segi lah, dia bersegi. Okay, sclerenchyma tissue, irregular shape of cell. Irregular. Bentuk tak seragam. Okay, number 3, made up of
Living cells.
yes, good. Living cells, while sclerenchyma tissue consists of
Dead
dead
cells.
cells. Macet.
Macet
Before?
aja.
Ya, macet dia akan matilah sebab dia decompose tadi kan.
Bukan
Okay.
dead cell lah, teacher.
Betul lah,
Kalau
dead
dead cells.
When
Okay.
macet.
Okay.
4, provides mechanical support to the plant to be more elastic. Okay. While the sclerenchyma tissue provides mechanical support to the plant to be more rigid. Okay, ingat collenchyma tissue elastic. Sclerenchyma tissue dia jadi rigid. Okay, mantis 5 tandakan. The gut cells are the epidermal cells which have undergone differentiation. Betul tak? Ingat lagi tak? The epidermal cells, kita ada gut cell dengan root cell tadi. So, betul. Number 1 is betul. You tick lah. 2, the formation of critical layer on top of epidermis is to provide turgidity to the leaves. Betul ke? Wrong
Betul.
bangka. Parenchyma tissues provide mechanical support to woody plants only. Parenchyma, dia hanya memberi sokongan mechanical kepada pokok yang berkayu. Betul ke? Salah. Okay, kalau kita tengok ni, dia memberi bentuk, dia provide support dan memberi bentuk ataupun kita kekalkan bentuk herbaceous plant, pokok herba yang dia tak berkayu ni. Number 4, mesophyll cells are the parenchyma cells which have undergo differentiation to carry out photosynthesis and store food. Mesophyll cell, betul. Number 5, sclerenchyma tissues are made up of living cell. Betul ke? Which are always thickened by lignin. Okay, dia memang ditebalkan oleh lignin. So, the fact is betul. To provide mechanical support to the plant pun betul. Tapi yang salah dekat sini apa?
Living cells.
Yeah, living cell. So, salah. Number 6, xylem tissues are also important for mechanical supports because their cell wall are thickened by lignin. Betul. Xylem angkut air. So selain dia transport water, so it also serve for mechanical support sebab dia ada lignin. Okay, 1.2 kita nak tengok meristematic tissues and growth. Okay, kita masuk dalam sikit lah. 1.2. Okay, types and parts of tissues involved in growth. Okay, meristematic tissue is the undifferentiated living tissues which is responsible in the growth of plant. Okay, tumbesaran pokok. So there are 2 types, which is apical, A-P-I-C-A-L, apical meristem and lateral meristem. Apical dekat mana korang?
Pucuk teacher.
Yes, ada 2 tempat. Okay, at the root tip, hujung akar and at the shoot tip. Pada hujung pucuk and hujung akar. Okay, apical meristem is located at root tips and shoot tips, while lateral meristem is made up of vascular cambium and cork cambium. Okay. Shoot apical meristem, kita ada lateral meristem yang memanjang yang maksudnya dia akan grow ke side lah, ke sebelah lateral dia akan grow sebelah, while apical dia memanjang. Okay, R tu apa R? Root apical meristem. Lepas tu kita tengok dekat epidermis, V is vascular cambium. C is cork cambium. Number 3, growth and development are referring to the changes, perubahan yang berlaku dalam organisma bermula daripada stage zygote to an adult. Sampailah dia jadi dewasa. Pokok pun dewasa juga. Okay, now we are looking at the zone of cell division. Apa tu? Zon pembahagian sel. Okay, zon pemanjangan sel dan zon pembezaan sel pada akar dan juga apa tu? Pucuk. Mana tadi? Okay, number 1, these 3 zones of growth are found at the shoot tips and root tips of a plant. The growth which takes place in these zones known as primary growth. Okay, pertumbuhan primer that makes the plant increases in height and in length of the roots. Okay, sama ada dia meninggi atau memanjang lah. Meninggi atau memanjang. Increase the height and length. Sama ada akar dan juga pucuk. The following diagram shows the 3 different zone. Okay, dia tunjuk dah ni bahagian-bahagian dia. Okay, the first one, we are looking at the zone of cell division. Mak susahnya lah nak tunjuk kat korang Korang tengok lah Okay, so dekat shoot apical meristem, okay, kita ada zone of cell division. Okay, dekat situ adalah zone pembahagian sel. Okay, so bila dia membahagi secara mitosis. Okay, dia membahagi secara mitosis. So, selepas dia membahagi secara mitosis, sekarang dia masuk zone of elongation. So, bila dia bahagi-bahagi dekat shoot apical meristem ataupun dekat root apical meristem, dia akan masuk ke sel pemanjangan. Okay, dia panjang. So, dekat sini, vascular tissue starts to form. Okay, vascular tissue tadi apa tadi korang? Kita ada cork cambium dengan vascular cambium tadi. Vascular tissue, xylem and phloem tadilah. Dekat zone of elongation. Okay, selepas dia panjang, sekarang dia masuk zone of cell differentiation. Kawasan pembahagian sel. Pengkhususan sel. So, bila dia vascular tissue, dia masuk zone of cell differentiation, dia akan, okay, xylem, dia akan tumbuh ataupun dia akan grow mengikut the characteristic of xylem. Dia is thickened by lignin, sel dia akan elongate, connected, phloem pun sama. So dekat sini dia dah jadi 2 benda yang berbeza. Kalau zone of elongation dengan division dia benda yang sama lagi. Boleh faham tak ni korang? So dalam gambar, okay, we have xylem, phloem, C tu apa? C is cortex, C-O-R-T-E-X. Cortex and okay, that one is epidermis. Okay, lepas zone of cell differentiation, barulah dia jadi matured tissues. Okay, that is what happened at the shoot. Sama juga dengan root, lebih kurang sama, cuma root dia mula dari bawah. Okay, kita ada zone of cell division, kita ada root apical meristem dengan root cap. Okay, korang tengoklah. Okay, naik ke atas sikit. That is zone of cell elongation. Zone pemanjangan sel. Okay. Different from shoot, akar. Okay, kalau shoot tadi, kalau pucuk, the vascular tissue starts to form at the zone of elongation. Tapi pada akar, the vascular tissue, dia mula pada zone of cell differentiation. That is the difference between shoot dengan root. Boleh tak ni korang?
Boleh teacher.
Okay, next page. Manta 6. Manta 6. Okay. Zone of cell division, okay, occurs in apical meristem tissue, which consists of meristematic cells that are actively dividing by mitosis. Okay, B, the increase in the number of cells causing an increase in the length, panjang of stem, length of stem. When a new cell is formed, the previously formed cell will be pushed to the cell elongation zone. So, bila sel baru terbentuk, sel lama yang dah terbentuk tu dia akan ditolak ke sel zone yang berikutnya, which is the cell elongation zone. Boleh faham? D, the characteristic of the meristematic cells are small, closely arranged, big nucleus, compact cytoplasm. Cytoplasm yang padat, compact cytoplasm. Kalau korang tak dapat, beritahu kan korang. Thin cell walls and small vacuoles. That is the characteristic of the cell dekat zone of cell division. Now kita tengok zone of cell elongation. Okay, consists of the cells which undergo an increase in size, pertambahan size. Kenapa dia bertambah size? Okay, water diffused by osmosis. Sebab air masuk dalam dia. Kalau kita tengok gambar tu. Okay. Okay, first kalau tadi yang gambar yang atas tu, that is the one that's coming from the first zone tadi, zone of cell division. Small vacuole, thin cell wall, cytoplasm banyak, compact, apa lagi, big nucleus. Nucleus dia besar. Okay, that is cell division. Tapi bila dia masuk ke cell elongation, size dia bertambah. Kenapa? Water diffused by osmosis. Air masuk dalam mana? Dalam sel tu by osmosis. Number two, nutrient absorption into the cell and stored in the vacuole. Dan nutrient pun masuk juga ke dalam sel dan dia disimpan dalam vacuole. Okay, kalau dalam cell division, vacuole dia kecil. Sekarang dia akan jadi besar selepas dia berada dalam zone of cell elongation. C, vacuolization. Vacuolization occurs when the small neighboring vacuoles combine. Macam mana vacuole jadi besar? Sebab dia combine. Yang kecil-kecil dia akan combine to form a large vacuole. Kita panggil dia vacuolization. The water intake exerts a pressure. Okay, bila air dah banyak dekat dalam tu, dia akan menekan the cell wall, thus pushes, elongates and widens the cell. So bila pressure dia tolak cell wall, jadi cell wall ni akan tertolak dan dia akan jadi terpanjang dan terlebar. Boleh tak? So sekarang zone of cell elongation, kalau dia bagi soalan, orang tengok dia punya vacuole besar. Tapi dekat sini dia tak cerita pasal dia punya nukleus besar ke kecil lagi sekarang. Kita rasa dia punya nukleus dah kecil. Nukleus dalam cell elongation dah kecil. Rasa macam dia ada cakap dekat dalam buku teks sekejap. Zone of cell. Ni kita dah bincang tadi dah rasa yang ni. Tengok tak? Yes. Kalau kita tengok gambar dalam textbook korang, the page 8 buku teks korang page 8, korang tengok the nucleus is smaller than the one that is coming from the cell division zone tu. Zone of cell division, nukleus besar, tapi bila dia masuk zone of cell elongation, dia jadi kecil sebab the vacuole jadi besar. Okay, number 3, cell differentiation zone. So when a cell reach M, maximum size, okay, bila dia dah mencapai size maximum, cell differentiation begins to occur. Bila dia dah capai size maksimum, sekarang dia akan mengkhususlah nak jadi apa. So this cell which undergo differentiation change in shape and structure. So dia akan ubah bentuk dan ubah structure dia to become cell yang specialized which carried out specific function. Okay, kalau dia jadi apa? Root hair cells, apa dia punya function, shape dia pun dah berubah. Kalau dia jadi gut cell, lain bentuk lain, structure. The function pun lain. Tapi dia dua-dua adalah sebenarnya sel yang sama. Number C, the cells differentiate forming permanent tissues like epidermis, cortex, xylem and phloem. Ni contoh lah. Example, epidermal cells of the root undergo differentiation to form root hair cell, which increase the total surface area for water absorption from the soil to the roots. Differentiation of the epidermal cells of the leaf, macam disebut tadi, akan jadi gut cells which control the opening and closing of stoma. Boleh tak? Boleh. Okay, next page. Kita nak cepat-cepat ni. Manta 7. The following diagram shows a longitudinal section of a root with 3 main zones of growth. Namakan zone P, Q and R. So P is ni dekat mana ni? Shoot or root?
Dekat root.
Okay, dekat root tips Okay, root tips. So P is zone zone of apa ni korang?
Cell division.
Yes, root zone of cell division. Description. Sel dia besar ke kecil? Small size cells. Okay, tulis small size cells. Sel bersaiz kecil, koma. How about the nucleus? Big or small?
Big.
Yes, big nucleus. Tulis big nucleus. Okay, compact cytoplasm. Compact cytoplasm lagi. Cell wall dia macam mana? Thin ke thick?
Thin.
Yes, thin cell wall yang nipis. How about the vacuole? Ada tak? Ada tak vacuole masa dalam cell division?
Ada kita.
Kecil.
Sama ada tak ada ataupun small vacuoles. Okay. Dia kecil ataupun tak ada. Ingat tak tu? Small size kecil, nucleus besar, cell wall nipis, cytoplasm banyak, compact, no or small vacuole. So ada 5 description of the zone of cell division. Okay, zone Q pula. Zone of elongation, zon pemanjangan. So panjang korang kena ingat, it is increase in size. Description, kita tengok small size cell kat sini jadi big size cell. Size cell bersaiz besar. Nukleus dia small nucleus. Oh, small nucleus lagi. Cytoplasm dia tak cerita kat sini ada tak cerita pasal cytoplasm? Tak ada. Sekarang kita tengok cell wall. Cell wall pun dia tak cerita kan kat zone of elongation. Okay, kita tengok vacuole pula. How about the vacuole in zone of elongation korang?
Besar teacher.
Yes, big vacuole. Okay, zone R is zone of differentiation. Description. Kat sini, cells are specialized. Dapat tak ni? Cells are specialized. Contoh dia bagi xylem, phloem, and root hair cell are found. Dapat tak ni? Cells are specialized, hyphen, xylems, phloem, and root hair cells are formed. Dapat tak?
Dapat je.
Dapat je.
32 je ke kita hari ni? Tadi macam 34. Okay, B match is each picture below with the correct zone of growth at root tip. Okay, ni soalan sambungan dia. Dia boleh jadi soalan structure juga ni korang. B. The first picture tu, kita tengok small nucleus, vacuole besar. So korang rasa ini apa? Zone apa?
Elongation.
Elongation.
Yes, zone. Jadi korang nak jawab apa ni? Nak jawab zone of elongation ke nak buat zone Q?
Q,
Bukan
teacher.
Q, buat Q Okay, Q sahaja. Okay, what happened? Soalan tanya macam ni, korang jawab, korang tak jawab Q, korang jawab zone of elongation. Dapat markah tak?
Tak
Dapat tak markah? Korang rasa dapat tak?
Tak dapat rasanya teacher.
Dapat. Tapi better that you follow. Takut kita takut skema tu dia berubah-ubah every year kan. Takut tahun ni dia rigid. Okay. So R pula. Next gambar is R, zone of differentiation. Dia dah jadi benda lain, dia jadi xylem. While the last picture is actually P, zone of cell division. Okay, mine test 8. An experiment is conducted to study root growth from a germinating seed. The root is marked uniformly as shown in P. So P ditanda. Okay, maksudnya panjang akar tu ditanda sama panjang lah, di garis kan. Which of the following diagram, R, S, T or U, shows the root growth after 1 day? Circle your answer. Selepas 1 hari, mana satu jawapan korang? Selepas sehari, apa yang berlaku pada P? R, S, T, U. Apa jawapan korang? Siapa nak jawab ni? Amir lah, Amir. What is your answer, Amir? RSTU.
Tak tahu teacher.
Tak tahu. Okay, kita tahu we'll start at the bottom lah sebab dia akar kan. So dia akan naik ke atas, betul tak pemanjangan dia? So the first part dia akan divide dekat bawah. Yang dah dibentuk sel yang dibentuk selepas cell division dia akan tertolak naik ke atas, betul? Dia akan masuk zone of elongation. Dia akan memanjang. So kalau kita tengok R daripada bawah naik ke atas, dia macam tak ada besar-besar, tak ada panjang, sikit je. Lepas tu dekat atas-atas ni, dia punya panjang tak uniform. Dia macam tak memanjang. So R is salah. So pangkah R. Okay, now look at U. Daripada bawah naik ke atas. Tapi bila dia macam dah nak betul tau. Dia macam dah nak betul. Tetapi bila towards naik dekat pucuk tu, ada satu part yang tak panjang. Nampak tak? Kalau kita tengok dari atas, dia adalah segmen kedua. Dia kecil kan berbanding orang lain, betul tak? Sedangkan yang atas dia dah panjang, betul? Betul?
Teacher.
So U tu betul ke salah? Salah. Okay, now we look at S pula. Daripada bawah, segmen kedua dia dah panjang. Tapi bila pergi segmen ketiga tu dia pendek. Atas dia lagi panjang pula daripada dia. So S juga salah. So the correct one is T. Nampak tak? Dia baru mula nak memanjang one by one. So jawapan dia adalah T. Boleh? Okay, next page. Page 10. Types of growth. Okay, tadi kita tengok macam mana dia membesar. Sekarang kita nak tengok jenis-jenis pembesaran dia, tumbesaran dia. So plants undergo two types, which is primary and secondary growth. Okay, sebenarnya yang kita dah belajar tadi, kita ada zone of cell division, zone of cell elongation, and zone of cell differentiation. That one is actually primary growth, tumbesaran primer. Maksud dia memanjang. Okay, A. The growth which take place in all plants when the seed starts to germinate to increase the L apa ni? Length of stems and roots, panjang. Okay, dia memanjang. So begins when cells in the apical meristem tissue in cell division zone actively dividing by mitosis. This is followed by cell elongation and cell differentiation. At shoot tip, leaf, primordium, and bud. BUD. Leaf primordium pada daun, bud ni pada bunga lah. Bud primordium will grow and forming new shoot. As a result, the plant will increase in height. Okay, at root tip pula, root cap. Root cap meristem. Root cap, okay, will become exhausted when they penetrate the soil. This causes the root cap to be replaced by the meristem cell. Diagram above shows primary growth and followed by secondary growth at eudicot plant. Pada tumbuhan eudicot. So seed, dia akan germinate, bertambah. Okay, the primary growth, korang kena ingat, primary growth dia adalah pemanjangan pada hujung akar dan hujung pucuk. Okay, next page, page 11. Mantas 9. Describe the role played by the apical meristem tissue of a plant during primary growth. Okay, point yang pertama. Kalau soalan dia tanya, describe the role. Nyatakan peranan yang dimainkan oleh tisu meristem apical pada tumbuhan semasa primary growth. Okay, first, point yang pertama korang kena cakap, Apical meristem tissues are found at shoot tips and root tips of the plant. Okay, point yang pertama. Apical meristem terletak di hujung daun dan hujung akar pada tumbuhan. This tissue comprises cells which are actively dividing by mitosis to produce primary xylem and primary phloem. Okay. Point ketiga, primary xylem is responsible in transporting water and apa tu korang? Mineral salt from the roots to the shoot. Point number 4, primary phloem is responsible in transporting the products of photosynthesis. Sugar kan? Photosynthesis from the leaves to other parts of plant. Kena ingatlah ni. Okay, primary growth. Okay, kita nak tengok secondary growth. Pertumbuhan sekunder yang teacher cakap tadi, dia melibatkan pelebaran batang tu. Maksudnya dia punya growth adalah lateral dari sisi. Okay, A, the growth which takes place in eudicot. Macam mana eja eudicot? EUDICOTS. Okay, pembesaran yang berlaku pada pokok eudicots and a few monocots truck to increase the circumference. Circumference ni apa korang? Matematik ni. Or diameter of plant stem and root. Ataupun diameter. Untuk meningkatkan apa circumference korang? Ni lah maksudnya dari sisi dia. Apa term dia?
Kulilit.
Yes, ukolilit. Okay. The increase in circumference is due to the cell division at lateral meristematic tissue. Okay, sebab kalau panjang korang kena ingat dia sebab cell division at the root tips and shoot tips. Tapi kalau pertambahan ukulilit ni disebabkan oleh cell division at lateral meristematic tissue. Okay, meristematic tissue yang berada di sisi. Okay, lateral meristem tissue consists of cork cambium tissue and vascular cambium tissue. The cork cambium is located apa ni? Between bundle. Located bundle. Bundle. The epidermis, while the vascular cambium is found between. Kejap. Dia macam
Teacher, kod tu below kan? Under.
Kejap. The cork cambium is located epidermis. Sekejap aku tengok gambar ni. Epidermis. Lepas tu kita ada cork below Kalau kita tengok gambar tu korang, gambar yang bawah tu, the outer layer is the epidermis kan? Betul tak? Second adalah cork, betul? So soalan dia tanya, the cork cambium is located below di bawah epidermis. Betul Okay, below the epidermis, while the vascular cambium tissue is found between the xylem tissue and phloem tissue in the vascular bundle. Between korang? While the vascular cambium tissue is found between the xylem tissue and phloem tissue in the vascular bundle. Okay, D, the herbaceous, Herbaceous, the herbaceous eudicote plants which are non-woody do not undergo secondary growth. So pokok herba eudicote ni, pokok herba eudicote yang tak berkayu, yang maksudnya tak berkayu, contoh apa korang? Dia tidak melalui secondary growth. Dia hanya ada primary sahaja. Sebab tu dah dia punya stem dia tak cukup kuat lah. Pokok yang tidak berkayu. Pokok herba yang tak berkayu. Okay, mind test 10. Mind test 10, R tu apa? R. R is the one that is located between the xylem tissue and phloem tissue. Apa tu korang? Tadi saya dah sebut dah.
Vascular cambium.
Vascular
Yes,
cambium.
vascular cambium. While S adalah cork cambium. Okay, next. Kita habis ke berapa ni korang?
9.50 teacher.
9.50. Okay, ada lagi masa. Sempat tak habis. Banyak lagi ni. Korang dah buat ke belum ni yang ni sebenarnya?
Ya mana?
Ni lah, semua-semua ni dah buat ke belum? Ke dah buat tapi tak tahu jawapan?
Saya buat yang awal-awal tadi je.
Yang awal tadi je kan, mana yang tadi? Okay, number 4. Tak apa dah. Page 12, number 4. Secondary growth at the stem. Sekarang kita nak tengok pertumbuhan sekunder pada batang. First one. Alamak, ini kena lukis ni baru senang nampak ni. Okay, tak apalah, kita mula je dulu. Begins when vascular cambium. Ingat lagi tak vascular cambium tu apa? Starts to divide actively by mitosis, then fuses to form a cambium ring. Okay, vascular cambium. Dekat mana vascular cambium? Dekat tengah-tengah tu, the one that divided phloem dengan xylem kan? Okay, dan tengah-tengah tu, antara phloem dengan xylem, dia mula membahagi secara aktif dengan melalui proses mitosis. Lepas tu dia bergabung dan dia akan membentuk cambium ring. Satu lingkaran. Okay, cambium ring. Satu macam satu line yang tebal lah. Okay, now look at B, gambar kedua. The cells in the cambium ring pula, okay, dalam cambium ring tadi dia akan divide outward. Dia akan membahagi keluar to form new phloem. Okay, kalau dia keluar outward, dia akan membentuk new phloem. Kalau dia ke dalam, dia grow ke dalam, dia akan membentuk xylem yang baru. Okay, luar phloem, dalam xylem. Okay, the new phloem tissue will become secondary phloem and the new xylem tissue will become secondary xylem. Boleh faham tak ni korang? Maksudnya kalau dia masuk ke dalam, dia adalah secondary xylem. Kalau dia grow keluar, dia akan jadi secondary phloem. Okay, kita tengok gambar. Gambar yang ketiga. Gambar yang ketiga. So, outer layer itu adalah epidermis. Okay, kita mula dari dalam lah senang. Kita mula dari dalam. Kita tahu kalau dekat dalam adalah primary xylem the one that angkut air. Lama susahnya nak lukis ni korang. Boleh ke tak ni? Kita nak gambar je lah. Korang boleh faham tak ni korang? Dekat dalam adalah xylem. Dekat dalam adalah xylem. Okay. Xylem yang primary tu dia bintik-bintik, betul tak? Dia ada bintik. Okay, secondary xylem. Okay, secondary xylem, kalau ikut statement yang dia cakap tadi, the one that grow inward, dia akan jadi xylem yang baru, secondary xylem. Okay, lepas tu kita ada vascular cambium tadi. Sekarang kita tengok phloem pula. Phloem kalau dia grow outward, dia akan membentuk phloem yang baru. Boleh faham ke ni korang? Kenapa dia macam terbalik je ni? Korang boleh faham tak ni? Sekejap primary xylem, primary phloem. Sekejap. Okay, tak apalah. Nanti kita discuss next class. Kena buka. Macam dah tak ada masa, kita ada 5 minit lagi ni kan. Lebih kurang. Sebab my son want to use the laptop. Kelas dia 9:30. 9:30. Okay, so the tali jawapan nanti teacher explain in the next class. Okay, D. Primary phloem is pushed towards epidermis. While primary xylem is pushed toward the pith. Pith tu adalah bahasa Melayu dipanggil empulo. Tak tahu dah yang tengah-tengah tu. As a result, the primary xylem tissues are compressed to form a stronger wood layer. F. Xylem wall is thickened by lignin to give a mechanical support for the plant. When the secondary xylem layer is compressed, there is an addition to the circumference of the stem which causes the epidermis of the stems to stretch. And crack. The cork cambium actively divides to form cork cells on the outer side, secondary cortex on the inner side. The cork layer protects the stem to form from insect, daripada serangga. Okay, korang salin je lah dulu. Okay, macam ni untuk cepatkan, kita akan forward saja jawapan korang, nanti korang isi, lepas tu kita bincang. Boleh, yang ni secondary growth of the stem ni, faham tak ni korang?
Boleh teacher.
Boleh tak? Nanti saya nak lukis lagi sekali untuk explain macam mana dia tumbuh secondary xylem and phloem ni. Okay. Nanti kita snap gambar, kita settlekan sampai ini memang korang tak buat langsung nanti korang ni? Kiranya ni? Buat tak?
Kat sini saya tak buat.
Apa tu? Kamal. How about the rest? Ain buat, Ain? Ain buat tak?
Saya pun tak buat teacher.
Fidaus pun tak buat. Ain tidur kot. Okay. Attendance, Danny ada ni tak? Ada bagi tak? Oh, okay. Session. Okay. Okay lah. So, ada 3 minit lagi ni korang. 9:47. Ada soalan tak? Kita rasa korang macam blur-blur juga ni Sebab tak nampak benda ni. Tahu tak?
Betul, ada blur-blur sikit.
Blur-blur sikit je.
Memang
Sikit
blur
pun
teacher, memang
ramai.
blur.
Okay, untuk yang chapter-chapter belakang tu, sebab baru belajar mesti fresh lagi kan? Kan korang? Kalau macam tu teacher mula daripada belakang lah. Kan? Sebab baru habis
Boleh teacher dari belakang.
kan?
Lagi
Dari
better.
belakang. So, yang ni mungkin soalan-soalan sikit je yang mungkin ada yang korang tak clear sangat lagi. So, boleh tanya. So, kita akan mula from variation Chapter 13 apa chapter 13? Chapter 13 Genetic
Genetic
Technology.
technology.
So kita akan mula genetic technology, cuba korang buat sebab fresh lagi kan. Cuba buat dulu. 2 chapters lah, chapter 12 and 13. Okay korang? Chapter 12 and 13,
Boleh teacher.
variation. Okay, so teacher rasa baby pun dah bangun. Okay, ngam-ngam. So nanti next class hari esok kan? Esok kan?
Esok teacher.
Esok.
Esok
kita
pukul
bincang chapter-
12.10.
Okay, kita bincang chapter 13. Make sure korang dah buat lah. Okay, kalau sempat ni teacher cari yang stand untuk telefon tu so that you can see what I am writing or scribbling. Okay, so thank you korang. So that's all for today.
Teacher, ataupun kan teacher, teacher ambil gambar buku tu yang page mana and then convert kepada PDF, teacher guna kat laptop ke? Teacher guna mouse lukis?
Yeah. Okay, we'll see lah. Tengoklah macam mana kalau thank you for
Boleh.
suggesting. So kita ada 32 orang je hari ni.
32.
Ramai sakit teacher.
Ya, Adri seorang dah ni. Tak apa. If you cannot join the class, you can let me know. Sebab teacher everyday kena buat report kan. Sebab ni memang akan buat everyday. So kena jugalah. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you, okay.
Thank you teacher.
Welcome.
Teacher.
Bye.
Thank you teacher.
Teacher, tadi Adri dengan Husna.
Thank you teacher.
Satu lagi. Okay, welcome.
Okay.